Hi, welcome to Home Farm. Today we're going to start controlling the slugs in our vegetable garden using Nemaslug.
So it's the hottest day of the year so far, and it's 19 degrees today.
Yeah.
And it's the end of March, and we're really starting to see that spring is really kicking into high gear now. All the seedlings are starting to sprout. We're starting to see all those little green shoots coming up, and now is the time that we need to get ahead of the game and make sure that our slug control is in order so that we don't have devastation in our crops this summer.
Last year we really struggled. It was our biggest battle last year, was keeping the slugs under control.
Yeah.
We're obviously on a small holding. There are slugs in enormous quantities and we don't mind having them around, but they really did affect a lot of our crops.
Yeah.
In particular, they hit the lettuce, they affected our potatoes. So we tried to use Nemaslug last year for one course. We used it for 6 weeks. It worked an absolute treat, and we thought, well, that's it, battle done, or battle won. And as it turns out, it wasn't. You need to keep reapplying the nematodes in order for them to keep the slug quantities down.
So as some of you may know, we live in a very beautiful part of the country, and we're surrounded by lots of wonderful wildlife, and it's a very picturesque countryside setting. We really do maintain a very organic, natural style of gardening here, and that's the pheasant you can hear in the background. So we really want to make sure that we've got a safe environment for ourselves and for the wildlife around us as well.
Definitely. And that's why we like to use biological controls like nematodes, because they are natural, they are friendly, environmentally friendly.
Yeah.
And basically nematodes are just microscopic worms that get introduced into the soil. The mixture that we have introduces 30 million of them as part of one course.
Wow.
And that basically helps to keep the slugs and their populations down.
So when the box arrives though, I mean, we make it sound like it's a box of worms. It doesn't look like a box of worms.
No, not at all.
It just looks like a box of white powder. And so there's no smell, there's nothing yucky, or
no, not at all.
If you've got a thing about worms and you don't want to deal with them, they're not in there. They are literally microscopic, you can't see them.
You can't see
so when you open the box, it literally looks like some organic white flour or something, doesn't it? And it's really easy to use. Yeah. And it's really easy to apply, and it's safe, which is what one of the most important things for us is safety. We've got we've got pets and animals running around, so we need something that's safe for them to be able to come in. Not that we allow the cats in the garden, but the vegetable garden, but yeah, we want something, and we also want something that's safe for the fact that we're growing vegetables, right? So we're growing things that are obviously we're consuming. So we need to be able to use things that are safe for edible plants and edible produce that we end up consuming ourselves as well.
It's worth noting that the nematodes, when they arrive, these are living organisms at the end of the day. You do have to keep them in a fridge before you actually apply them, because that's what basically keeps them alive. We've got the 100 square meter pack. And what we really like about Nemaslug is that it's very easy to use. All you need to do is take the powder, divide it into 10 portions, and that will make 10 litre watering cans worth of solution for you. The one thing that you have to be aware of when your pack arrives is that there is an expiry date on it, so ensure that you actually make your solution and add it to the soil before then. I've applied the Nemaslug to the raised beds. I also did the whole exterior of the vegetable garden. And the one area that I found slugs to be coming out last year was from underneath the bark chippings in and around the beds. So I also gave those areas a good soak. We're going to keep applying Nemaslug now every 6 weeks. We'll run the course up until the end of November, because last year we even found that the cauliflowers were still being munched on in the winter. If you'd like to follow our progress, we'll be doing regular updates on our blog, Instagram accounts and YouTube channel, so please feel free to subscribe. I hope you found this video helpful and interesting. If you did, please give us a thumbs up and we'll see you in our next video. Thanks for watching.